CYNT. Hey, Brandy. Well, I didn't think I'd be on tonight because we had a storm at we had storms right after I did those lake videos. I said it was starting to rain. And then, believe it or not, my sister and her husband came up to put the docks in. So Jimmy was going to go in the water with them. And we had thunder, lightning. It was incredible. They waited the storm out. They got one of the docks in. Started to storm again. Then it stopped. Then there was a huge rainbow in the sky. Went home. Literally was home for like 10 minutes. Yeah. And everything went dark. After the storm, no electricity, no power. Called the electric company. They said there were about 1,000 people affected by the outage and that we wouldn't have electricity till about 1:45 a.m. So at this point, having had about an hour and a half sleep last night because then I got up super early to get everything ready to go to the stepping up. I said, you know what? I'm just going to go to bed because they're always wrong about the restoration time. It's always longer, so I figured it would never come on. Anyway, the lights came on. I woke up and I was like, oh, yay. My other son woke up. The other two are still sleeping. So then I was like, oh, well, I came down. I made myself some tea. And I said, well, I feel rested now. So I decided to go on because I didn't let anybody know. I didn't let even the moderators know. And then I feel terrible about that because it's like, oh my gosh, I don't want them waiting up and then I never came on and they're like, you got your power back and you couldn't tell me. So I figured while I was up, I came on. We're on it there. Yeah, they got it up before the 1:45 a.m. restoration time. So, but other times, they say something and it just keeps extending out. We've lost for like 4 days sometimes. Hey, Sharon. So I apologize, but I was working before this went down on just going over this case with the doctor in Utah who married this woman when they were both fairly young, and they had 4 children, and she was very beautiful. And then when she was about 50 and still looked great, he decided she needed a facelift, and he had been losing a ton of weight. Turns out, of course, he's having an affair, right? But he said that she better do something for herself, and she thought, okay, I'll do that. And then hey, random guy, Jeff, he put her on it. He told the doctors that he was a physician and she needed all of these medications. And apparently, with this full facelift, her eyes were bandaged, so she couldn't see any of the medications that he was giving her. And she was telling her daughters, because they had 4 biological children and they adopted 4 from the Ukraine. She told her daughter that I think your father's giving me, too much medication. Let me feel each one and tell me let me feel each one and tell me what it is so I know what he's giving me. And the daughter, could kick herself now because the mother said, flat out, I think he's doing something to me. And, well, lo and behold, the younger adopted child from the Ukraine, yes, Linda Martin MacNeill, picked up his daughter, his youngest daughter I think she was young, like 9, 10, had her go in and found mommy in the bathtub. He makes this crazy 911 call where it reminds me a lot of the doctor in Syracuse and the one that is allegedly murdered his wife in the bathroom like that, and that the daughter was there when it happened, and there was a 911 call that the daughter made with the father in the background. But he is out right now. I think it's on a technicality or something, but he's awaiting a new trial. Anyway, this reminded me of that one. And I've looked into this one before. And oh my gosh, if this stupid thing doesn't stop. So I was getting everything ready for that. And then, of course, when I came back, we lost power. So that was the end of that. So I'll have to finish that one. But Peterson, no, it's MacNeill. He was a physician. And she was a Mormon. His eldest daughter was the major accuser. Yeah. They had the two daughters, the biological daughters, in one interview. And the same person is interviewing the two adopted daughters, in another part. So how old were the kids? The kids were all, let me see, I can tell, let me get what I do have. 1 second. Let's see what I can pull up here because my computer restarted everything. I'm just starting from scratch here now. But okay. It was the children of Michelle MacNeill who ultimately campaigned for an investigation into their mother's death. Now, somebody just... What were we just discussing when somebody... Oh, I was telling the story about the lady here that the daughter said my mother wouldn't have gone for a walk and she wouldn't have drowned in that pond. Oh, Victoria was talking about that case. Okay, that's how that came about. Okay, she had 4 children in 5 years, and then the couple adopted 4 additional from the Ukraine. Martin was a doctor and a lawyer, and started to change after his 50th birthday, acting very strangely. He became very obsessed, losing weight. He was like, the girl said, yeah, he was doing all kinds of crazy exercises. He would just get up and start doing like push-ups and just out of nowhere. So he sent his wife to this plastic surgeon that he chose and had, gave him a long list of prescription drugs for her to take after the surgery. They included Valium, Ambien, Percocet. Alexis, the daughter, let me see, you want her age, said her mother looked awful. She was in a lot of pain. She suspected her father of doping her up. She had the bandages over her eyes, like I said, so she made her give her the pills and tell her what each one was. And then 1 week later, Michelle was dead. Her body was found in the bathtub. Your mom, she's in the tub. She's not breathing. I've called an ambulance. That's what the father told the daughter Alexis on the phone. Then he hung up. And she said he killed her. That was my first instinct. An autopsy concluded that she died from cardiovascular disease, but her children were very skeptical. At the mother's funeral, a woman named Gypsy Jillian Willis, that's the one he was having an affair with, who said that she knew he was married, but she wasn't looking for anything, serious. And he said he had, a good life, so it was okay. They were just fooling around. And then she moved in to help with the kids. So she essentially became their nanny. And she still slept with him. Okay. So the couple's adult children kept going to authorities to investigate the mother's death, and ultimately 2 investigators with the Utah County Attorney's Office were assigned to investigate their mother's death. And they found that Martin's medical career was based on 2 falsified transcripts that got him into medical school. Now, this is really weird, okay, because we were talking about, and I can't see the chat while I'm going through, falsifying documents, right? That with that other case, that Geist, like how did he just become this this counselor, this mental health counselor, and I told you about the woman that was the psychologist at the school Jimmy worked for, okay, who allegedly was fired because her credentials weren't real. So it happens, okay? Not everybody investigates everything, and it's easier and easier to create documents like that. So anyway, they said that he had been discharged from the military after claiming he was schizophrenic and hearing voices. He had been convicted of forgery and grand theft. He served 180 days in jail after marrying Michelle. After convincing the state coroner to review the toxicology report from Michelle's autopsy, prosecutors were told there was a toxic mix of drugs in her system, and her cause of death was changed to undetermined. That famous undetermined. In 2012, Martin was charged with murder and held on $1 million bail. In 2013, he was found guilty of murder and obstruction of justice. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Let's see. Willis was not charged as his mistress in connection with the killing. Investigators found no evidence she knew or participated in the murder. In 2017, Martin took his own life in a Utah state prison. Michelle's children are dedicated to eradicating their father from the legacy of their mother. They had wife of Martin removed from her tombstone. Alexis had her name changed to her mother's maiden name, Summers, and she now practices family medicine, the daughter. I wanted to graduate having my mom's maiden name. She said, I don't want to be Dr. MacNeill. I don't want to have any part of my dad. And I know you asked me how old she was. If she graduated after she was probably in college, so I'd say she was somewhere between 18. Let me see if I can find it here. And his prison death, let's see what it says here, is officially ruled a suicide.
It sounds like talking with someone might help. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline offers free and confidential emotional support.
That is Siri.
Would you like me to call them for you?
No thanks, Siri. I'm talking about something on YouTube.
Here are some videos of I'm talking I found on the web. Take a look.
Okay, Siri, I don't need this, so you can go back to sleep now, please. This thing, she doesn't answer me when I call her name in the car to call somebody for me, so I don't have to grab my phone. Did you just hear that? Well, I guess that's a really good thing. I mentioned, the S word, and she was going to call a helpline for me. So that's a pretty good thing if somebody is. Okay. But she never pays attention other times. So on April 9th, this is 2017, he was 60 years old, MacNeill. He was found unresponsive in the outdoor yard at the Olympus facility near the greenhouse at the prison in Draper. According to the final report from the Unified Police Department obtained by the Desert News through a public records request, MacNeill used a hose and a natural gas line that was intended for a heater inside the greenhouse to kill himself. He did it in an area where no cameras could see what he was doing, the report states. He was found unresponsive by 2 other inmates who attempted to help him. And it says one of his daughters says she remembers her father threatening suicide many times during her life. She said she later realized that around the time of each of those threats, her father was doing things that he could have gotten in trouble for, whether by his wife or by the police. And I guess they have an Anna Osborne Wathall who had an affair with MacNeill in 2005, told police that he once told her he'd killed his brother Roy, who had repeatedly attempted suicide for attention and had become an embarrassment. He claimed he found his brother in the tub and that both of his wrists were bleeding. Martin told Whitehall that he pushed the head of his brother under the water and drowned him. I didn't know that one. So did his brother, was that ever looked into? That's an interesting thing there. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot on that case. It's an interesting case to study, but let me see here. I'm going back to the chat now. Hey, J Bells, what time? You're up early. You are up early. I'm just trying to see something right here. Somebody's impersonating Save Robbie again. Save Robbie, if you can hear me, someone is impersonating you again with your photo. And I don't understand how I thought they're not supposed to have the exact same name. I thought they're not, that can't happen. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, that Save Robbie, if you go to the channel, which is what I just did, there's no videos. It's not Robbie's channel, but it's his picture and it's his exact name. Yeah, see, and that's what they do, and they make people think, you know, oh, if he went into Bungie, it's really sick. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Leaping Lizard. Sergio Mandy. Brian Clan, Sheila, hi. Wildlife, Team Phoenix, Linda. That case has legs that got cut short in prison. Yeah. Hey, Victoria. Oh, okay, Victoria, hang on. Let me grab that. Oh boy, let's see. I'm so behind on everything because I didn't have any power. So, for those of you that are arriving late, I've lost power since 8 o'clock. Didn't think I'd be on. And we weren't supposed to get it back till 1:45. So I actually went to bed because I only had about an hour and a half sleep last night. I had to get up super duper early and get everything ready for the stepping up, and then was running around. So I went to bed, but then I got up when the lights came on. They came on earlier than expected. And my one son got up with me too because he's well rested too. So, and so were like all of his friends, because there was like 1,000 people affected by the outage. I'm trying to find, oh, I have to send this to you. Okay, hang on. And then my ice maker's making up for lost time by making lots of new ice. Okay. There we go. See, it's making the ice. It's very noisy. Very noisy unit. Okay, see, Ivy, you've got that. Great. I'm looking at mail right now. I've sent the number to you, Victoria. Oh, we have a show and tell. Amazon haul. Okay, good. And it's filling up the water in case you're wondering what that is. Making more ice. Wow, lots of mail to catch up on. All right, so let me go back to the chat. I know, Jenna, I was had no electricity and no internet, of course, without the electricity. Luke. What kind of generator do we have? You'd have to ask Jimmy that. We have a gas-powered one, but we didn't have to hook it up today, Random Guy Jeff. It came, everything came back on. We hook up the generator when it's winter and, you know, we need power. We have a wood-burning fireplace in our family room when we're able to close that room off, so we put that on if it's that, and we use the generator to keep the refrigerator running, stuff like that. But it's a gas-powered one from the Home Depot, you know what I mean? You sent me an email just a minute ago. That was MacNeill, Martin MacNeill. Okay, Martin and Michelle. All right, you've sent me an email. Hang on. Hi, Adacor. That's, oh my gosh, Sheila, this is so crazy. This is so crazy. Because I was just thinking about her right before you put that down. That's why I scare myself sometimes. I really do. I had such a vivid thought about her, like, what's going on? Okay, so Bridget is being induced right now and would like prayers for a safe delivery and a healthy baby. So I know you guys will send her that. He did kill himself, yes. Gina, yes. With a hose in the greenhouse area. Hey, Maui Chickadee. What are you talking about, Gina? Are you talking about MacNeill in 2017? You found something interesting related for me today. I was amazed because I didn't know you did that. Great stuff. I'm presuming that's you. Oh, Leaping Lizard. Happy birthday, Ashley. That all depends, Random Guy Jeff. Hey, Jeannie. Hey, Great Aunt Shmita. That was a fake lake with special green screen effects. Oh, when I was walking, listen to this one. I kid you not. When I was going back to, I know it's confusing, I'll just say our regular house, which is just 3 houses down, I saw Dan's dog, without the voice box, come out, and he was behind the door, like he didn't come out with the dog. And he goes like this. He must have seen me. And he goes like this. Sit. And the dog's like just sitting there, you know, like, and he was like so disgusted. Like, well, what does she have to come by? And I wanted to turn on my phone so bad because you could hear him talking to the dog. and I tried to go turn on my phone, and I was on very low battery, and it wouldn't have worked, and I was like freaking. So, but I did get a sighting of him today, and I'm sure I will have many more sightings in the days to come. No, he's talking to the dog. He didn't want the dog to come anywhere near me. But you know what? Dan has told me before, you are not allowed to have your dog out without a leash. Okay, now we have an invisible fence, but he makes it known, because once I was on the bottom of the driveway with one of my dogs, and he came running by me and he goes like this, you're not allowed to have your dog out without a leash. And one time he ran up our driveway and went like this to our dog, like that. I'm swearing, ask Jimmy if you don't believe me. I'm not making these stories up. To make the dogs bark. He loves to make the dog bark. He loves it. So he chased he came like quarter of the way up the driveway, like crazy. Can I do that a little louder now? But these are the things that he does, like lighting bottle rockets off on the bottom of the driveway. Okay? What's wrong with him? I don't know. He sounds deranged, right? I was really hoping he would come down to the dock today. He probably did. Well, then it started to rain really bad. So, because he will go down. A lot of times we swim until 7 p.m. I'm telling you. And he will come down towards the end, and maybe after he has his dinner, and sit there, and that's when he turns his chair around and stuff. He could be, yeah, he could be, Sharon, yeah. Thankfully, he doesn't live here all year round. But do you see where he lets the dog intentionally go to the bathroom there? Jimmy's setting up a camera to catch him. Oh no, Janelle, I don't know. I am fairly certain he does not know I'm on YouTube. And I know Dan's voice. And I know who that is. We know who that is. Can you imagine that, Evelyn? Right? Can you imagine if he was someone like that? That's what I'm saying. Do you really ever know your neighbors? Or a lot of times you might just say, oh, he's an ornery guy, he's a crotchety guy, he's no harm to anybody, he's just a lot of talk, a lot of bad words. But do you really know what he could be doing? Like, look at that Ted co-help, what is it? I always get his name wrong. You know, with the Todd K, the one that locked the girl in the shipping container. He was writing these amusing reviews on Amazon about the padlocks and things he was buying. He was a realtor in the area, right? Do you really ever know? No, you really don't know. Can I get a taser? Victoria, is that number working for you? I sent it to you. Yeah, I know that, Sarah. I was saying that they have that. I mean, am I going to be on an episode of that? But you think about these things all the time, and just wonder, right? Is it just all bark and no bite? No pun intended, since he's always worried about dogs barking, but or could there be something more there? Do I like stenciling? You mean with the paint stuff? Yeah, I do. I'm going to do it. Oh, I took a picture of the milk can that Jimmy got from Dan. You know, Dan doesn't know. I don't think Dan has any. No, Dan doesn't have any idea that we have it. We'll take your free stuff, Dan. I'd like to do a David Letterman. Do you remember what David Letterman used to do? David, I have a very. I think some of the things David Letterman does really make me laugh. Because oh, you did, Sheila? Oh, thank you. I have your book going out. I'm going to try to get it out tomorrow. You know me, Sheila. I need it's a couple days, but I have your book. He would go through toll booths when they used to have coins, right? And then they'd give him his change. No, it was Howie Mandel. But Dave Letterman does stuff like this too. This was Howie Mandel, right? Who was it? Now I'm losing it. He'd say Howie Mandel. Wasn't it Howie Mandel or was it Dave Letterman? You don't like that milk can? You didn't even see it. He would say, "Oh my gosh, this quarter, this is so rare," and he'd know what it is already. And then the toll booth guy would be like, "What? Let me see that. No way, man. This is mine. This is worth like $25,000. You know how rare this is?" And then he would drive off. Can you imagine if I was like, "Wow, I've got this milk jug from this Andy's place, and they said that there was..." Just let him hear that this milk jug with this milk can is worth all this money and see what that would be. Wouldn't that be hysterical? And then he'd be like, "Where did you get that?" "What do you mean, Dan? Where did I get it?" What does it matter? I get things at auctions and stuff, Dan. "Did you take that from my house?" And I didn't take it, so I could say, "No, I definitely didn't take that from your house." Jimmy did. I did not take that from your house. It was free, wasn't? You had one out here for free, right? Yeah. But was that the one you have? Oh, I don't know. I have to look at that. Yeah, but Jenna, Victoria's calling in right now. Throw a roast over. What are you doing?
No. Yeah.
Oh, good night, Lisa the Greatest. Hey, Ethan.
Huh?
They said hi to you. He's eating a mouthful of ice cream. He said, "Congratulations, Ethan." You got a brand new tablet, brand new in packaging, from an auction place in the UK. And everything works good? Oh, thank you, Lisa. Everybody said congratulations. Say thank you.
Thank you.
You're acting shy.
I don't know.
You don't know? Ethan's not as into being on YouTube as Luke is.
Yeah, I kind of am.
You kind of are?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Doesn't sound like it. Yeah, Jenna, I can see later, but it's hard to have more than one person because then everyone talks over each other. Buying from auctions and bulk returns. Oh, you're doing that too, Jeannie? Is that where you got the markers and stuff? Very proud of you, little man. Oh, thank you, Bess. Oh, he had his stepping up ceremony from, they all graduated, whatever you want to call it, the 6th grade. The real Save Robbie is here. Yeah, Save Robbie, you've got an impersonator again. Which one did you see him? Right, I just want to make sure that's really him. Did you check his? Did you go to his channel from the link here and make sure it's really him? Oh, it was a local auction. I used to go to those too, and then I had to stop, Jeannie, because it can become an obsession really, really quickly. Yeah. Don't ask me how I know. Oh, you checked? Good, Brandy. Thank you. He's the real Save Robbie. Good. Oh, they threw a roast in a nosy neighbor's yard? That's fun. Okay, I think your hands are dry.
I'm going to bed.
You're going to bed? Okay, good night. Give me a kiss. You're going to bed. What's good? What's up? Are you tired now? Mm-hmm. Good night.
Good night.
Love
Love you.
you. He's acting all shy. Well, it's 1:44, but we were in bed at 8 o'clock tonight. And then we slept until Ethan got up just a little while ago, played a little bit with the other kids that went to bed early because of the electricity, and now he's going to bed. There's no more school. They're out of school. But he was sleeping along with me. I slept for about, I don't know, how many hours? At least 3 hours. Oh, my sister went up and checked it, Janelle. And what she said is that wasn't mouse. It was like something, maybe a mouse had been there and taken some of the fur off. My sister, that's a long story on that thing. My brother bought that thing up there, and supposedly I found out that he wanted to hang it on the wall. And my sister said, we are not hanging that on the wall. Absolutely not. I don't even want the thing in the house. And then, so that's how it ended up in that storage bedroom. I do need that cat, yeah. No, I actually did sleep today because I got really very little sleep. Janelle, that's... How did he die? In Denver? Is that what you're talking about? Sharon. Dream on, Carolyn. We're waiting. Victoria, are you having an issue? Let me see. Let me go back to my email and see if Victoria has any kind of an issue here. Oh, Mama Ames, this is important. She has a craft to share. She's going to get 4 or 5 others together, but I'll just show you one of her ideas. And this is all made with dollar store items. In fact, the little vases are those milk little jugs that I showed you that I got for herbs. So this is one of them. She's putting together 4 or 5 others, and we're going to do one of those live craft tutorials. So let me know if you'd like to participate in that. And remember, you have to appear on camera. You'll get a list of supplies and all of that good stuff. That's one of the crafts she's looking at doing. She said she was going to get, I was about to send you, oh, the Gmail auto responses. Yeah, I know. Those are fun, right? They are so, yeah. I will get 4 to 5 items, ideas together. I already have a ton in mind. I will have to narrow them down. Do you want pictures of the finished products? Yeah, that would be good. I don't have everything in mind as a finished product yet. Or do you want me to call in? Oh, yeah, I'll give you the number. You can call in if you're here to tell us about this. Okay, but this is one of the craft things. I'd like to do this soon. Oh, Victoria, did I not? Oh my gosh, I'm really losing my mind, or I am not. I don't think I sent Victoria the number. Oh my gosh. It was in the... I am losing my mind. Look at Leaping Lizard. She's all ready to go, Leaping Lizard. You got your power washer. Are you going to do some videos on that? I've got to get, if we didn't have so much rain, it's like, I saw somebody power washing brick today. It was so cathartic. Excellent, excellent. I've got to power wash the deck over at the other house. You got the spray, well, let me know. And now the extension spray wand. So what is that exactly, Leaping Lizard? I have to look at this. What does that exactly do, this spray wand? You'll have to tell me if you like that. We'll just look at email while we're waiting for... Okay, Adrienne says, I know I'm really behind, but I was watching your live with the Lululemon killing in it, and you were talking about your hidden cabinets, and I had no idea, so I thought I would share my thoughts. So here it goes. Maybe you can get wallpaper for the background. Yeah, I was thinking of that, and I do have some. A black or a matte, and then a collage of pictures, or just wallpaper on top of wallpaper. Just an idea. Love you and this community. I actually have a wallpaper that I could show you that I wanted to use for like lining the back of or the bottoms of drawers, and it has like all these little boxes in it. It's crazy, and I don't know. I was thinking about that too, but I am gonna. I kind of like what there is now. I don't know. I think I'm going to do the black, but I'm going to try to do it a video when I'm looking at different ideas in there, so you guys can see it. But thank you for that, Adrienne. And Joanne is sending us a picture of a pineapple here. What is this? Oh, is that a pineapple wall hook that you hang your necklaces on? Very cute, Joanne. Very cute. Joanne says, Dear Carolyn, thank you for showing us the husband and child near the lake. I think it's good to see what normal looks like for those of us who have no idea. Well, then you're not looking at us. Also, the interaction of husband to wife, does it look authentic, affectionate, strained, or tense? And seeing fine child... Oops. Hey.
Hi, Carolyn.
Hi.
I'm not going to be able to talk right now. We're having a lightning storm.
Oh,
And
wow.
my path is so unsteady. I had to go out in the car and get on my phone to call you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had that earlier tonight.
Oh, we're having it really bad. But it's still 85 degrees here.
Oh, wow.
So it could do anything. I hope it doesn't do anything drastic. But I love y'all, and I'll try to listen in when I have internet. If not, I'll hear it when I wake up.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you stay safe. Yeah.
I was going to talk about that case because I studied it for a while, and it was real interesting. But we'll talk about it another time, okay?
All right. Very good. All right. Stay safe.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay. I just want to see what... Let's see what happened. Let me just finish reading the rest of this email while I'm into it. Okay. So... And seeing the child interface with each parent is quite interesting to observe. Saw, or rather watched, the turtle, little Jimmy, in his clean, happy environment. I very much appreciated your creating that for the little turtle, and then sharing it with us. Your choice of music was spot on. Because of the pineapple merchandise thing and hints, I Hate Dan, possibly a club. If someone steps up to the plate, I am considering a spoof secret meeting place video for the club. I observed her today, the great Aunt Schmida, so sad in the bed and talking of London, a.k.a. Kara. I can see her pain and sadness, poor dear. Love, Joanne. The doll, her face. Joanne was badly hurt. She's 7, an older woman now, and has found some laughter, just being careful she doesn't get too manic or fast. The day before the CT was frightening. 124 miles MPhil? I think it means miles per hour, maybe it auto-corrected. Thoughts racing, miles per hour, autocorrect. Oh, gosh, you're right on to it. Oh, my, crazy. Just screwed me over. 124 miles per hour, thoughts racing with severe nausea and physical pain. I wonder seriously if my body is sick from the post-traumatic stress disorder. Severity of stress creating the physical, which came from the chicken or the egg. Which came first, chicken or the egg? Tired, very tired. I choose to watch tonight. I don't anticipate being in your lovely chat room. Just listening. Hope you might consider the video of the doghouse and notice how the laughing, that hysterical laughing, is being reined in. No drugs, no alcohol, just FYI. Okay, so you're sending me another look at the pineapple hooks, right? And then I think the doll... Let's see here. So nice pineapple hooks, and then the doll. Right, and you've sent this doll before. So this is your doll from your childhood. Well, I'm glad that the video, brought you some pleasure, joy, whatever we want to call it. But yeah, we're far from normal. Oh, I see. Okay, so let me just see here. Mama Ames, if you wanted to talk about those crafts, if you're here, I don't know if you are. Oh, Sharon said she found a quilt that can be made into a bunch of pillows, and you can make the whole thing. It's the exact block over and over and over again. It's laid out. It makes me think it's especially awesome for a beginner. I'm going to make this quilt myself. You and Jess and I, or anyone who wants to make them and show it off to everyone. The pattern is free. Oh, I see. The pattern is free. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So it is a YouTube video, which I'm not going to share. But if anybody wants to, is interested in the 5-star quilt that Sharon sent me, I can send you the link in an email. Okay? It's a very nice quilt. So yeah, if you're quilting, maybe you would be interested in it. Just let me know. And let's see. Linda says, call in idea. Growing up speaking native language and another household language, in my case it was Standard American to Appalachian speech. I lived in 2 speech communities. Others could be English German or Standard American Yiddish or Standard American Ebonics, Standard American Valley speech. Could be interesting to hear people call in and demonstrate their ability to code switch. I could call in and explain the study behind such communication. What is code switching? How does the ability to do so help us relate to different communities in our complex world? The importance of learning the language of the marketplace without abandoning our speech or origin. Okay, all right. Let me see. Is Mama? I just want to see if Mama Ames is here. Hang on one second. I don't know. I have to go back to the chat. Okay, can I read this here? All right, this is from Mrs. Roger Rabbit. So Carolyn, first off, this isn't one you need to read on air. Okay, but you don't say. I just want you to know how much you do for those of us who are homebound most of the time. This has been a really rough week for me. I have been on antibiotics, so I can have a couple of root canals done. Oh, do you have a mitral valve prolapse or something? So dysautonomia and gastroparesis have been in full flare mood. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that they're better. I'd like you to understand that the road I've been journeying on the last 30 years, I don't want you to pity me though. My life is much easier than a lot of people's, and finding answers is making it all bearable. I naturally have a low heart rate, BP, and blood sugar, so I started fainting. I was told that was the reason. It took us until February of this year to learn that I have a moderate case of dysautonomia, which basically means my subconscious response system is broken. I start each day at least 35% low on blood volume, so I'm supposed to drink a gallon of fluids a day to build my volume to normal levels. Wow. But because my gastric tract is only functioning about 30%, my body can't take in what it needs to function normally. We have been fighting feeding tubes and central lines for about 15 years, and most of my doctors are amazed that I'm able to keep most of my nutrition levels within normal ranges, but I listen to my body and feed the cravings, so it doesn't really surprise me. I'm 5'8", and for the most part my weight fluctuates between 89 and 105 pounds. Wow. So I'm sure you can imagine how many times I've been accused of having an eating disorder by people who are supposed to love me. It's very hard for people to understand that people really don't want to look and feel like I do. I have lost more family and friends than I care to think about. Thankfully, I have a large group of friends who stand by me and support me, because honestly, there have been many times over the years I have prayed death would just come and end all the pain and suffering. Oh no. We are all still in diagnostics at the moment. The doctors believe that I either have Ehlers-Danlos or Riley-Day syndrome, both rather nasty in their own way. We are waiting for test results to tell us if I have either of those conditions, as well as to check if I have an immunity built up at all. I hope none a few years I had none a few years back, and someone has decided that isn't normal and needs to be investigated finally. My journey has been wrought with misdiagnosis and quacks. I finally have a very specialized team to guide and direct my care. I mention my health a lot when I have conversations because I want people to know I can relate to what they are feeling, and I want people to understand that when I'm quiet, it's not something they have done. I fight a lot of pain and nausea every day, and sometimes I can't move, let alone type. I tend to backspace a lot of what I type. Dysautonomia makes my anxiety really bad, And I tend to apologize for being such a burden often because I am really worried that people will get tired of dealing with all that comes along with me. Dysautonomia makes every aspect of my life feel like a life and death crisis. Fears are amplified to terror, and happiness is always tears. There's no middle ground. With this condition, you give me the opportunity to get out of my own head. Every day I can log on and listen to you talking, and it gives me comfort. It's like you give me permission to stop thinking about all that's going on in my own world for a few hours each night. You take all of us who can't get out of our own worlds on little field trips into the real world for a few hours each day. You remind us that there's a bigger world out there that we can be part of, if only for a short time. You give us something else to focus on and let us be a part of your world. When you reach out and ask others about people you haven't seen, you remind those people that they have value, and at least one person cares. Thank you, Mrs. Roger Rabbit. Well, you're welcome, Mrs. Roger Rabbit. Okay, let's see here. How do people send me videos? Mine was large. They will upload them to a YouTube channel, and then like you could upload it to your channel, and you could even, it's hard when you put it on private, but if you put it on unlisted, if you don't want someone to call in, to see the video, you could do that. And speaking of people, where's Vegas Donna? I haven't seen her in a while. Have you seen Vegas Donna? Ida, I've already been telling you I haven't seen Ida, and usually I see her somewhere in the comments. I've just been thinking about people I haven't seen. About lavender shades. Hey, Casbot. Hey, manager of Three Monsters. So I was saying, did anybody see Vegas Donna? So I haven't seen her. I haven't seen, I know Ocean Girl, Marianne, I'm worried about her because I know she was having health issues, and I sent an email and I haven't heard what's going on, so that has me worried. And who else? Vegas Donna, Ida. I know there was someone else I was thinking. Oh, Little Dove. I haven't seen Little Dove in a few days. Hopefully they're just on vacation and stuff. Yeah, I hope she's okay, because I know Foxybot. Yeah, you haven't seen Foxybot around? Because she comes visit us like once a month, because she said she didn't stay up this late. Okay. Is it? Okay, maybe someone can help with this question because I don't. Donna said, I have a question. Have you ever heard of priming wallpaper with an oil-based primer and then painting over the wallpaper? What are your thoughts on this? I want to get a quote to remove wallpaper in a 1,500 square foot mobile home, and a guy that owns a company said to me this is the best way to go. What are your thoughts? Donna, I took down wallpaper really easily with just hot water. If it's a pre-pasted paper, if you know how it was put up, just find that out. But they can let you know in the chat about the paint. I don't know about that, but I mean, if he's telling you that, it probably would work. I'm sure he's professional. Okay, so hi, who's he? Jessica?
Yeah, it's Jen. How are you?
Good. And then who's the other person?
Hi, it's Linda.
Oh, hi, Linda. So, you wanted, Linda, you just wanted to say something about the code, the language?
Well, yeah, and we could do it another night. It kind of depends on your mood and time. And of course, I'm cleaning my house in anticipation of my husband coming. I haven't seen him in 2 months. I said that in the chat.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to talk about it because when you talked about your son saying, get her done.
Right.
There's a whole study of code switching, how we have a certain language we speak at home, and then we learn to speak in the marketplace of language, and we learn to code switch, and it can be like, well, I grew up among Appalachian grandparents, so I've heard near like them when I want to, getting it at it directly and that their kind of stuff. But also, someone could have spoken German, or, for example, you speak kind of New York or
New York
Valley.
Well, there's a lot of Yiddish words in that we speak, and I know one of my girlfriends, and she's Jewish. She said she said she didn't even realize that, which is funny. A lot of the things that we say all the time, that other people don't say them and don't even understand. So when she went to college, or she moved out to Arizona, she went to college in Arizona, and she said they were looking at her like so crazy with what she was saying. They're like, what does that mean? Schlep something. Who even speaks like that? They were like, they really talked down to her because of all the yeah.
Sometimes it's vocabulary, sometimes it's syntax. It often is pronunciation. Sometimes it's a completely different language. We live in different language communities. And so for example, there were some words you were saying we couldn't quite understand, except, well, I think draw is one.
Yeah, donkey.
And there are some other ones that it's really untranslatable unless you really understand the context and the linguistic construction. So I bet there are people in chat who know how to code switch back and forth between their home or home area region, and they can go back and forth. For example, I know a random guy, Jeff, does very well. So it could be a fun, maybe not for tonight, but fun time to have other people call in and demonstrate how they can code switch from Yiddish to, and share some of those things linguistically, kind of a show and tell with language.
Right. Yep. That sounds like fun. Yeah. That would be good for, we'll let some people know that we're doing it, and they can bring their
plan it ahead.
Yeah. But good. Yeah.
So.
All right.
Yeah. So Jessica, I'll get off and get back to cleaning, and I'll be listening.
All right. Happy cleaning.
And Carolyn, you let me know if we ever want to do that. That might be fun.
Oh, yes, I will. Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye now.
Hey, Carolyn, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. So I wanted to talk to you about this Dan guy.
Oh, Dan?
That's kind of insane.
Dan. Yeah, it is. It is, because it's like it's not just, like I said, it's not just a couple of people. he's not allowed at the lake meeting. I mean, can you imagine how bad you are that you're not even allowed at the lake meetings anymore? So yeah, he's not allowed.
So, like, and you said he had kids?
He has kids. They're old. They're older. I mean, they're probably late 20s, maybe.
Okay, I was concerned that they were like little kids.
Oh no. No, they're older. I think they might be married. Or they have girlfriends or boyfriends. He came up. The one son came up with a golden retriever puppy last year, and I don't know if he had his voice box taken out, but you know.
So I can't believe a vet actually does that.
Yeah, they can debark them.
Like, and I mean, there was backlash on like the claw,
On what?
like taking the claws off cats.
Oh yeah, declawing the cats, and also even cutting. You know how they cut the ears, like on Great Danes and stuff.
Right. Yeah. So I'm actually really surprised that they'll actually like do that. That's kind of messed up that a vet would agree.
Right. Yeah, I know. It's just, I think, I don't know what, like, maybe some vets don't. I mean, I've never asked for my dog to be debarked, but that would be interesting to find out the statistics on that.
You know, that's kind of insane. So, like, they actually have to, like, open up the throat and, like...
I guess, yeah, take it out. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to think of that. I mean, it's not, Dan needs to be debarked.
That's just freaking insane.
Yeah, absolutely. Declawing cats is now illegal in New York. Oh, I really okay. Yeah.
But so when did he get this done? So it's
he's
declawing cats is illegal, but you could like take the like voice box off a dog.
He's gone through a series of golden retrievers. I mean, like since we've been here, this might be his third or something. Does anybody know about the debarking of the dogs? In the chat there? And did you see those little things, speaking of declawing cats? I saw these little things, on this Amazon thing, where they go over the nail. It's like a vinyl coated thing. Like it's supposed to slip over your dog's nail, so it looks like nail polish, but...
Yeah, I've seen that. Like that's actually pretty cool. Talking about cats, like I think Shannon is really trying to steal the cat from me.
Oh, I'm aware of that. I'm aware.
Like, and does Cowgirl know that there's the huge thing that like everyone's trying to steal this cat?
Well, Cowgirl, I think she has 2 cats put aside for Sharon and I. Which I keep telling Sharon, you know, what is it, like a big box of holes going to arrive on the doorstep? I don't know. I mean, it's but you know, I'm jesting with her there about this, not really, but kind of. So I kept that there. You thought debarking was illegal? I don't know, Whisper. And as scary as I want to say Dan is, if it was illegal, I wouldn't put it past Dan that he would perform the surgery himself. He'd find something to knock the dog out and perform the surgery himself. I'm just saying, I think he would. That's my opinion. I didn't say he did. Allegedly.
So, like, can you actually get him? Like, so why don't they kick him out? Like, can't they just give him massive fines for...
Well, they don't let him go to any of the lake associations. They won't let him be an officer anymore because he was the president when he did this, okay? And he took this newsletter, the letterhead, I mean, and he wrote this letter to the DEC that these people that were building next to him, he didn't want them. So he wrote a letter to the DEC that said all of this stuff that wasn't true, that everybody took a vote, and this is the type of house they want to build here, and this is what's going to happen. And he signed it all, everyone in the association, and I have to go back in the lake minutes, because, I mean, this was like a major scandal here. Somebody found out, because somebody's always going to find out, somebody from the DEC then contacted another officer, And they're like, what are you talking about? And they're like, well, the letter your association sent. And they're like, can you send me a copy of that? And that's how they got, the copy of this. And it was done by Dan, and it was done like there was the vice president that had a little tinkering in it. Now, the vice president is somebody that grew up his whole life here. So while we were ticked off at him, we had a big meeting. It was like I don't know. It was really uncomfortable. Okay, we all had to vote on whether like he could stay. It seemed like something out of a Ray Bradbury novel or something. I don't know. It was just really weird. So we all had to go there, and it was really uncomfortable because I grew up with this other guy my whole life, and so did a lot of other people. My cousin and I voted that he did something really wrong because it was the right. We're cordial again now. They were actually the guy that saw me with the drone was the other guy that was involved in this scandal. But he came up for it. He admitted his wrongdoing in it, and he wasn't as involved as Dan was, but he knew what Dan did and didn't tell anybody. So he had like a public lashing at the lake meeting. I think he was stripped of his office at the time. I don't think he's ever been an officer again in the Lake Association, but people have forgiven him and moved on because he is not a mean guy. Dan, on the other hand, never came up for it, never offered an apology or anything for what he did, has been spiteful and mean towards the people that did build the house. I tell you, he sits out there with a notepad, like writing things down. I guess he's probably like sending in things. He's just a mean and nasty guy. So he was never allowed back. And he wasn't here his whole life where this other guy was. So, yeah.
So, and how long has Dan lived there?
Yeah, let's see. Probably like 15 years. But this big controversy stuff started probably like 6 years ago. So everybody said Dan's going to move. There's no way that he's going to stay here where he's really, he's not. How would that be relaxing when no one likes you? You're not invited to anything. You're not invited to any of the picnics. You're not invited to it's really bad. Yeah.
I really feel bad for his wife because if that's what he does to like Jimmy and your kids, can you even imagine?
Well, I told you I heard him call somebody out there something effing biatch, yeah, and I'm like, who is he talking? And then I'm like, is he calling his wife that? Okay, that sounds great. Oh yeah, okay. Maybe Dan likes it that way, Teresa. I don't think so. I really don't think so.
So, is it an HOA that you live in?
No, it's not an HOA. The Lake Association has, it's not, they don't have the power to say, your house has to be this color, that color. It's not that kind. It's more that we're concerned about the health of the lake. So we all participate in lake water testing and, how we put stickers on boats so that we don't get zebra mussels or anything in there. We don't let people take watercraft. It's kind of like a neighborhood watch program, you might say. We do collect dues. And we do pay for lake testing. And what else did we just pay for? We just had a study completed by an intern from, I forget what university, Syracuse University maybe it is. They're doing a whole report for us of where the water comes from that goes into the lake. And they're doing a whole study for that. So I think we paid like $2,500 for that. And so we do stuff like that. We usually have like a lake picnic, just stuff like that.
Okay, so the video won't help because I was thinking if it was like an HOA, when you get his poop video.
Yeah, but see, everybody knows.
A lot of fines.
Yeah, but everybody knows he's. See, everybody knows it's not. There's no one that's like, oh, I think Dan is. Really. Everybody is just. Knows him, he's just mean. He's like that mean neighbor that, will scream at kids or, touch he's just, everybody knows who he is.
So like he's probably like, is he your neighbor that you get all like flipped out about that you think has like things in his basement? Like he probably does.
That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine? I don't know. I mean, he doesn't live here year round, so he probably can't keep. But maybe he does things up here. I don't know. Maybe he hides things up here. There's a lot of vacant land around. Maybe he buries. I don't know. What could he be doing? Right? Maybe down in. He has a house in New Jersey, so maybe down in New Jersey he's got the people, and maybe he's. Who knows what he could be doing here because he's always cleaning out his basement. So.
And then like if he's doing something, he really could like put the bodies or whatever in the lake.
Oh.
Is it bad that I actually like this is what I think about?
Yeah, well, I would hope not on that one, but yeah, talk to his New Jersey neighbors, Sari says. Can you imagine? There is a site, isn't there a site where you can rate your neighbors? I think there is a site you can rate your neighbors.
Is there?
I'm pretty sure there is. Yeah, isn't there in the chat? There's a site you can rate your neighbors.
Can we see how his neighbors rate him in New Jersey?
I should try and see, right?
And then like we could post it, and then like you could do like live videos and just like of like him doing crazy stuff, and then you could kind of like just tell him what everyone's saying, just like you're an idiot, Dad.
I've never, I've never really researched his name like online and seen. I'm gonna take a look and rate your neighbors. You never heard of that, but I thought there was a rate. Who knows? There's a rate your neighbor thing. No,
I know there's like a rate your professors thing, like if you're in college.
I swore there was a rate your neighbors thing.
If there isn't, like they actually should do that. Like
we could all start one. That's what I'm saying. We could all start these things. We just need a good app developer and stuff.
Right, and then like I could rate the neighbor that I have like upstairs that like she's on meth or something.
Because that would be
and like
useful.
randomly late at night, like I just hear things banging around, and I'm like, "Geez, what is she doing? She's got like 3 little girls."
Yeah, that would be useful, right? Wouldn't that be, especially if you're moving in like to exactly where either an apartment or townhouse, somewhere where you're very close to your neighbors. That would be because you wouldn't want to be close to like really creepy neighbors.
Exactly, and like I'm in a condo, so like there's like freaky stuff that goes on here. Like the person upstairs, like you know it's bad when like the people across from me, little girl, she's totally has my heart. She's so adorable. She's like 6, and she's like, yeah, the person upstairs, she's the weird one. So like if a 6-year-old says that, like as soon as I moved in, like that's strange. If a 6-year-old notices it.
Well, that's like Luke, he won't go past Dan's house, okay, because to go to the other house, I'll say, well, Daddy's over there mowing the lawn or whatever, and he'll go, I'm not going past Dan's up. And I'll be like, come on, he's not that, Mom, you don't know, okay, he's really freaky. So, yeah, so it's not, he's scared, he yells at little kids, go to your effing house. He's just really not a nice person.
Just make sure your kids stay away from him.
Oh yeah, my kids, they're scared to death. They won't even go past his house if we're not with him. Yeah.
So like, do you see like his older dogs, or like does he just always have puppies?
Well, no, he's got, I saw the one dog got old, and I guess they had to put the dog down, and then he got a new golden. He always gets a golden, and they always look exactly the same, and he's like really like you could see he loves the power that he can exert on his dogs, I feel bad for his dogs. Yeah, I do. Like I'd like to just grab his dogs and like just take them, but
That's really sad because like I'm definitely a huge believer in like how you treat an animal is like how you are as a person.
Right. Yeah. He's interesting to say the least, but he must be hung like a baby.
But like that would actually be like a cool thing though, like the Rate Your Neighbor app for
I know
people in the room to do. Like And then because I know that there are some people that are unemployed or underemployed.
Mm-hmm.
So like if they all put it together, like people could make some income from it.
I say this all the time, but nobody listens to me. We've thought about a lot of good apps. I think a dating app in the true crime genre, like for people that are interested, they have them for every other genre. Why not true crime?
Well, I really think that we have like a pretty strong love connection going on.
I know. We see it all the
Just in our
time.
chat.
We see it all the time. Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, and then people could make money and
Right.
find their true love, and then have like more ramifications.
I know. We could all go in like on the ground floor of something, get these apps going. I think also, go into the future. Really, I think that renting out the Mystery Machine and the Partridge Family bus for those party I think that would be a good thing too. But there's a lot of we've all had a lot of good ideas.
And then that could all be like part of it. We could put it all together and potentially buy Dan out of his house so you don't have to deal with him. And like poor Luke doesn't have to get scared when
Right,
little
yeah.
guy yelled
Maybe
at
make
him.
that the company headquarters or something, yeah. Sorry, Dan. But
How old is Dan anyway?
he's not that old. He's like probably 54. He's not old. I mean, he's not like 87 or 90, I was going to take him today. But then I got a little bit frozen up because he was right there and he was he has a very his voice is very scary. And I just thought like he might say, "What are you?" And my battery was low and I didn't have anyone else with me, not even Luke to be a witness, So I said I'll hold off on this time and I'll get him. There's going to be lots of opportunities for me to get him walking around.
No, definitely.
So I will do that. I'm reading the chat here. You're not buying that bus, Jenna? You're lost, Jenna. You're lost. I was on a school bus the other day, Jenna, and I just kept saying this would make a great road tripping bus if it was tripped out like the Partridge Family. And you could take out, if you're worried about leg room or something, you could take out every other bus seat, or at least in the front so you have extra leg room. Maybe get some cushier seats in there. The True Crime Brady Bunch. Soup it up with a special engine, I don't know, Jenna. I just think it's the way to go there. You didn't mean to bother me.
So like the rate the neighbors thing though, like potentially it could like totally affect property values though.
Oh yeah, right, absolutely. Somebody said, who said that? Oh, it's Sharon's one. Oh, wait, I can't see the person that wants my attention to. Hold on. Oh, Danielle, you have something that's time sensitive? Okay, hang on a minute, Jessica. You could talk. I can still hear you. I'm just in the seeing what the time sensitive thing.
Doing the email thing?
Yeah. Yep. Let's see.
It's crazy though, like especially with hurting the dogs. Like Dan actually has me concerned with like what else he's doing, especially with what he's doing to his wife.
Yeah, but like I said, his wife is. He might be, but his wife is. She's exhibited some little strange behavior herself. I just think as a rule, neither one of them are, really very friendly or. Let me see here. Is this? Danielle, I'm not sure if you sent it to the truecrimechat.org. Can you check that out? Make sure you didn't send it to the Mommy Ramblings, because I don't see anything from a Danielle except from 10 days ago. And if this is you, then I don't know, if you're just appreciating, you love the topics, then is that the one? I'm not sure. I just opened that now to whichever Danielle that is that sent that to me. You see what I mean? But look at snow remover, 13 days before I found out about the kneecap situation. I'm very behind on emails, so please, understand that. Okay, now I gotta find my way back to the chat. Oh, Poundland specials. J-Bells or Casbot, I would like a bird's eye view around a Poundland. Could you please take some video there? I want to see what you're getting for your pound. Don't you want to see that, Jessica?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we do want to see that. So whichever one of you goes to Poundland next, could you take a video? J-Bells was going to take a video, and then she was taking so much video of her walk on the way, her action cam died before she got to the store. So
Yeah, I was going to do a video of like IKEA, but I'm not sure how to do it.
Oh, you're not?
Yeah, I don't know how to like put it all together, like edit it, so it's not just like a 2-hour thing.
Oh, I mean, you could just cut it, and I'm trying to think. Do you have any video editing software?
No, I have nothing. I haven't done a video before.
Do you have an iPhone?
No, I have a
No. Okay. Because I know on the iPhone there's something called iMovie right on your phone. Does Android have anything like that?
I don't know. Maybe, is there anyone in chat?
Does anybody know
That knows?
what she could do on her phone? Poundland, Jenny, is the UK's dollar store. You use InShot app on the Android, Casbot said. InShot.
So is it easy to like just edit it all together for someone that hasn't done this before?
Is it easy, Casbot? Sassy Darcy, yeah, I'm 3 houses away. It's pretty user-friendly, she said.
Okay, so I'll check that out, and maybe this weekend, or originally I was thinking Friday. I'll go down and try to take a video, since I know people were talking about like IKEA and wanting to see
Yeah.
it, but like that could easily be like a 2-3 hour video, which I don't want. So like to somehow bring it down to like 10-15 minutes. I
Yeah.
don't know what people would want to see though.
Yeah, I would like to see it. I was just talking, my sister came up tonight again, and we got to talk about IKEA, and she goes, I will never go back there again. And I said, but they have nice little things. She goes, yeah, I like to look at the little things. She goes, but her daughter hates the place. And then she said, I said, yeah, you had a panic. She said, oh, I was freaking out. And she goes, I guess I shouldn't have said some things that I said about that in front of our first cousin when we were out to lunch. She goes, because she probably thinks I'm a nutcase now. And I'm like, yeah, well, kind of. But no, I mean, I was like, what were you scared of? Why didn't you just sit down in a chair and regroup yourself? And, were you really scared that because like, it was almost like she was scared, like that this one in Paramus, right? She thought was going to be like the center of like this trafficking, or I don't know, it's crazy what she was thinking. And my sister is not like this, but she said, I said, well, you have to think about how long that store's been there and how many people have come and gone, and you haven't heard of anybody disappearing in the IKEA. Why would you get scared? It's not like it was a grand opening or something. And she goes, yeah, but I don't know. I just kept going around in the circle, and they kept saying exit, exit, but I could never get out. And I'm asking people, and we can't get out. And then crazy thoughts started going through my head, like we're never going to get out of here, and maybe it's all the big plot, and they were corralling us in here, and they take some of us out of here. And then I told her about my Dollar Tree thing, and yeah, so yeah, she's not going back to the IKEA again, never.
Like it really is like a world to itself.
I can't imagine. I don't
You could
understand
live
how
there.
you can only go in one direction. Is it like a corn maze?
Yeah, like so I've been there once. I've only been there once, but like they have daycare, they have like food, like you could literally live there.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe that's why she thought some people do, or like they can keep you there. I don't know. Right? They have food. Everybody goes over Swedish meatballs, but I'm not a fan of Swedish meatballs. So I don't know. But I see people go crazy over that. And they might say like the daycare is all a big ploy so they can get the adults away from the kids. They can, right? You could make a big thing about IKEA. And I've never even been there, but you could have people thinking crazy things, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. And like, I think that like so I don't really know how to do much with video, but like you could definitely, someone that did could definitely have a lot of fun with their video, with IKEA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think you could make people think anything if you wanted to. Like, that's why, I don't know, you'd find somebody that could believe, like, I really do. I think if someone's going to believe it somewhere, I don't know. And then, but that would make a good short story. Like, don't use the name IKEA, but use a name that's like it. Like, I don't know, IDEA. Oh, we're going to the new IDEA store, and it just opened, and then just that they were doing this kind of stuff, that's why they have the child care, and so they separate you from the children, and then they get you in this big corn maze type thing, and you can't get out, and then there's like a bus outside that's taking you to some other colony where they're setting up, could be some kind of science fiction movie or something. Now watch that comes out, right?
Yeah, that would be funny. So your lake house, right? Like,
yeah.
Or your mom's house?
Right. My parents.
How long have you had it? Because I was thinking when I saw the video, like that would actually be a pretty cool like bed and breakfast.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it could be. They built the first part of the house in '67, and then in '78 they put on that addition of 2 extra bedrooms and the great room, and then there's another basement, a second basement. But yeah, it's been a long time. And then when they passed away, we inherited that. So
there's 2 basements, like.
Yeah, because there's the original basement, right? That's under the 5-bedroom house, and then when they put on the other addition, they made a separate basement that's kind of like the boathouse. It has these big doors that open up. So that was separate. Like you can't walk through from basement to basement. It's a separate basement. And you can't enter that basement from in the house. The other basement you can enter from in the house. So it's more like a boathouse under the house, if you want to look at it that way.
Okay, so it's not like can you connect it?
You could if you broke out the wall. Yeah, if you broke out the wall, you could. But, I mean, I don't know. They never thought, to do that, I guess. They don't. There's a window. There's actually a window. I don't know if you saw me go up the basement stairs. There's a window that looks into that other basement. Because that used to be an exterior window. And now it looks into the other basement. But there's no door. You literally could go through the window, but really, you just walk out the door and just go into the other set of doors. But
okay, that's cool. Like I just always think of different business opportunities and how people can make money.
Yeah, I mean, we've thought about an Airbnb for some things because it looks like it seems like my sister and I are going to end up with the house. We're going to be the 2 owners. So we're going through like some family stuff now, and like 2 brothers wanting out, and so our kids were like the closest there. So, and my oldest brother, I don't know what he's planning to do. So really like there's 5 of us, but really 3 of us own it now. And it could just end up being me and my sister now.
Okay. Yeah, but you probably want to also keep it in the family, right?
Oh, definitely. That's what I'm saying. We don't want to see the house sold or anything, no. And so that's what we're, kind of going through your family stuff, trying to get everybody to the table with something, so, get them all hooked up with what they want. You're getting hooked on the YouTube. Tina. Is that Tina? Tina. Hi, Tina. Hi, Amy. How's your vacation going? Oh yeah, my daughter will actually will want to buy. You know, she's willing to want to buy in as one of the owners too. So it's another thing.
That would be really cool, and then you could kind of like help set your daughter up financially too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yep. Yep. You think it would make a great meeting home for the Ramblers? Yeah. My daughter does bring. They have a whatever transportation. She's in a lot of different. She chairs a lot of things. They come up for a weekend in August. Yeah, one guy flipped over in the kayak. I thought he was going to drown and die. I'm telling you. And he had a life jacket on, and he was. I was like, "Is he okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, he doesn't swim too well." I'm like, "Okay, well that's good that he's out in the middle of the lake." Um, yeah, oh, he has a life jacket on. He'll be fine. He was like white as a sheet. I don't know how he flipped the kayak. I mean, he was. It was scary.
But he's okay.
Oh yeah, he's fine. Yeah, he's fine. They got on. They do this race. They get on the raft. That raft that I was trying to put the carpeting on, which I have to get more carpeting at Ollie's the right size. That goes out by the buoys, and they were taking off, and so they did like a relay race in the kayaks, and they tagged the other person, quickly changing. You know, the other would get in the kayak. They paddle out to there's a ball out like a buoy, touch it, turn around, touch it, turn around. The dogs swim except for our bulldog because our bulldog swims like a rock. So yeah, and my other dogs swim, but they don't love to swim. They're not water dogs, but we do put them in. And there are a lot of water dogs, like the golden doodle. I want to call him a golden noodle. A golden doodle, he goes out on the paddle boat with his owner all the time. And there's my cousin's cat, actually. Now, cats are not supposed to like the water. The cat goes out in the kayak.
Water.
What?
Cats usually hate water.
Yeah, I know. This cat likes water. He'll go down at the dock when I'm down there. He goes on the kayak with my cousin. Yeah, he's a weird cat. So he likes water. He doesn't go swimming, but he doesn't mind being on the dock or on the boat. And there's a lot of dogs that go in there that all the water. We used to have a Brittany Spaniel, and she would just keep jumping off the dock, just like that golden doodle does, catching balls and everything. And you know, your Labradoodle swims in the sea. Yeah, I know. I'd like to. It's fun to have a water dog when you live on the water. You know, Evie. I feel you there. Your cat's hate
Yeah,
water.
my lab mix is disappointing. He won't even go in the sprinkler, and I'm like, what's the matter with you?
He must, whatever the mix is, doesn't like water probably. That's why you won't go in water deeper than your waist. Why? Because you don't want to be like that guy that went over in the kayak. Oh, Elvis loves a swim. I put her in a life jacket and she just floats around. She tries to jump in anything water. Wow. Your wiener dogs fell in the pool last year right by my husband and he had to save him. Wow. My Maltese, I told you, he found his way into the Gulf of Mexico and I'm like, where is Sassy? And she was only a puppy. And Luke and Ethan were 2 and 4. And there was this huge, a pier or dock. We rented a condominium right there. And there was no way to get into the water. Like you would just walk onto this dock, but there were no steps to get down to the water. And thankfully, my brother-in-law who lived around had given us this huge net, never thinking that we would have to rescue the dog. I look down and there's my little 2-pound Maltese doggy paddling, no way to get up on the, I'm like, oh my gosh, Jimmy. So Jimmy comes out with this big, huge net. We just had to scoop her up in the net. And neither the 2-year-old or 4-year-old could tell us how Sassy got in the water.
Well, thank goodness for Jimmy. Jimmy,
thank
seems
goodness
to save
for
the
the
day all the
net.
time.
Thank goodness for the net. Otherwise, Jimmy would have had to have taken the plunge in there. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was scary. You sent me something, Sheila, that I asked for? Okay. I can't. Oh, I know which. Yeah, hang on.
Did Sheila want to call in?
No. Let me see here, Sheila. Oh, okay, got you there. I don't know about that other thing. Oh, rate your neighbors. What does Jeannie say about this? Oh, she's going to learn how to make the app, and she'll make it for us.
That is cool, and like I could manage like a sales team.
Yeah. Right. Selling advertising and stuff on it too. Excellent. Random guy. Leaping lizard. Oh, leaping lizard. She says she uses this for ADHD. It's called the Panda Planner, and you're on your second planner. You can order it on Amazon. Hey, I'll take a look at it. Panda Planner. Okay. What is this? Let me see. You sent pictures? What is this? Let me see the Panda Planner. Non-dated. Oh, non-dated. Hold on. Oh, mypandaplanner.com. Or you said it's on Amazon too, right? Okay. And how is that? Is there? Oh, there's a 10% off. You can get there. Is there? What makes that so exhausted? Trying to keep up, disorganized, unable. Okay, this can get you overwhelmed by this. You're overwhelmed by the symptoms of Lyme disease, traumatic brain injury, and cancer. Oh no, this is somebody that. Oh, so this is who made this. They were overwhelmed by the symptoms of Lyme disease, traumatic brain injury, and cancer. The founder of this company turned to proven research in positive psychology and neuroscience and created a system to get his life back on track. Okay. Well, that's interesting to check out there. Thanks, Leaping Lizard.
Okay, but I just wanted to call in about Dan since I was a little bit concerned, but I'm going to go back and chat.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate it. And yeah, well, Jeannie, let us know about that app.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And I'll see you in chat.
Okay, I will see you there. Oh, look what we have here. We have a Ollie's haul from Ivy Lynn. Okay, you got this at Ollie's. Okay, this is some of the stuff she got at Ollie's. So you got some spray paint, some dry carpet cleaner. What is this? What kind of oil is this? I can't see. Looks like DY body oil. Okay, and then you got a paintbrush here. Let me see, what did you pay for that? How do I, this, no, that's gonna, okay. It says their price is $6.99, Ollie's $2.99. That's a 2.5. Okay, and then that is a body oil there. It says almond. Does that say almond? Dead Sea. Something you paid $2.89. And let's see. Carpet cleaners looks like 2 something, and I can't see on your spray paint what that is. Okay. And then, oh, I should have looked. You give us a almond VO balancing and soothing body oil. Look at she got here. Oh my gosh, did you get this at Ollie's? Crazily? Look what she got. Gone Girl. You got the book, huh? There at Ollie's. How much was it? And the Mitford Murders. And what else did you get here? Let's see. You got Homeland. What is that, a book or is that a DVD? What is that? Let's see. You got some readers here. Paula Deen. Okay, look at that. It says $19.99. What'd you pay for these? Are they 2 to a package? Huh. All right, and let's see. She said she wanted a Starbucks refresher today. Target has Starbucks, so was an excuse to go. I had to stock up on kitty food, litter, and toys. I also bought new car mats, and I scrubbed my car and need refresh. Finally, I remembered to buy some command hooks for picture hanging, hoping they work. The other night you talked about Gone Girl, and I actually liked that movie, so I decided to get the book. I couldn't find Gone Girl in the mystery section, but I found this book written by Downton Abbey author. Why do I always have to ask for help in Barnes & Noble? Oh, you got those in Barnes & Noble. Okay, I'm a little confused. I was in fiction. Why? It wasn't fiction. Why? Anyway, I realized Gillian Flynn, Gone Girl author, also wrote Sharp Objects. Oh yeah, I want to watch that on HBO. I did read that and kind of hated it. You did? Did you see that on HBO? I didn't see it yet, but I want to see it. Somebody told me it was good. Or read the book. I haven't read the book. A lot of people lived it. Okay. And then I went to Ollie's for nothing in particular. Great books. I saw a bunch of Amish, the Amish Millionaire, and so on. I thought, really? Isn't that wrong? Sounds it. I don't think they're out there to get rich, right, or anything like that. But maybe, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. They have puppy mills, too, so I don't know. Sometimes they get a bad rap. I don't know if they all do it or what. Anyway, I took a few steps, and there are 4 Amish folks, or Mennonites, in front of me. Really? And you're upstate New York, right? Aren't you near the border of Canada or something? I wondered if they were buying the book. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I ended up with 1 coloring book and crossword. I do have a lot of coloring books. I need to get busy before I buy more. I do the exact same thing. Also got that awesome book about the production of Homeland. It's very good and high end and was only $2.99. Then I found this almond oil. I could have sworn it was argan oil, and now I have to go back tomorrow to see. The almond oil is actually nice, but I want that argan. I grabbed a few more random items, needed some now reading glasses, got some by Paula Deen, LOL. You mentioned sanding the other day. I have some mini furniture projects to go to and look over. The whole store for sandpaper, none to be found, but grabbed a paintbrush to keep on hand. The spray paint I got is a light blue with gray. Picture looks lavender, but it's more blue. I love our new Ollie's, but they make the aisle so small. Only 1 cart can fit even in the main aisle. There is nowhere to even turn around. It's a mystery to me that they think this is a good marketing technique. Even another person in the store mentioned it. I wish they made a smaller cart. I have been on major declutter and cleaning mode since I can actually walk after 18 months of horribleness. Oh no. I don't know if that's the essential oil rub out on trigger points, but it's amazing to semi-function again, making hay while the sun shines. Love the lake video today, Mommy. So refreshing. Be careful with the bad man. He scares me. And me too. All right. Thank you for that, Ivy Lynn. I think she's fed up with dragging that big... Oh, this is your pregnant kitty, Sakura girl? When is she due to have the kittens? Oh dear. Poor mama. Yeah, wow, she looks ready. Oh boy. Okay. Good luck there, mama. Okay, I don't know. This is something from Joanne. It says, Carolyn with a Y, spell Mommy's name correctly, please. I filmed it, loaded it to YouTube. Can you see it? Link is above. It says share with a friend. Thanks for being kind. We, Shmita and I, have cut the pain pills in half. Only 4 pieces in a daily dose using the RX ibuprofen 600 milligrams. No rain again. We had rain and we weren't supposed to. Joints feel better. My back and wrist pain is maybe 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. With this prescription medication added, I cannot stand hurting so badly on the days before the RX medication is refilled. Why can't it come every 28 days? Why must I suffer on days 30 to 31? I don't know. Waiting for the email to be read, then doctor told the order written, and then it quickly comes by UPS. Is suffering required? It shouldn't be. Is it building my character? I guess you could look at it that way, right? You gotta put a positive spin on it. I don't know. She shouldn't have to do that. I don't understand the in-between. Me in between my wonderful Dr. Afaz. I'm going to complain to everyone. Shame on them, letting an old woman suffer almost every month, 4 days, 2 days, etc., because my medication is not available on day 28. God Almighty Son, love Joanne and Ain't Shmita, rolling on the floor, LOL. Okay, so she sent us a video. Hold on a minute, I don't know what this is about. Hang on. Let's see. It's always time. I feel like it's the weekend because my kids are out of school. But let's see now. And
okay, don't get confused. It's Wednesday. It's the day after the Veterans Hospital.
okay,
What's that?
your coffee, but there's not coffee.
Rosie's Cantina, Haleiwa.
Hawaii. Is that where you got the calendar
On the
from?
North Shore, they had this Mexican restaurant up there. I love it because I stole this coffee mug. I stole
Oh.
it from the restaurant.
Oh boy,
See, it's cracked.
Yeah.
It's very old.
it is.
What is
You have
that?
your water in there.
It's in the cup.
Uh-huh.
I'm not asking about the cookie jar. I'm asking what is in your cookie jar? I bet you're one of those kind of women that has
Oh, you have
a
ice in there.
cookie Come on. Here, Gunner. There you go. There's an ice cube for you.
What are you doing, having a
Get you
picnic?
confused. All right, let's pan slowly.
Slowly.
Okay, I know this place. There's the balls, the chair.
If Leaping Lizard lives
What's
near you,
this?
you guys could power wash that. I would come over if I
This
lived
looks
close.
like,
Paper?
wait a minute, this is a crime scene.
It looks
We
like
got
a
us
crime
a
scene.
crime scene, girls. We gotta solve this scene. All right, Jimmy,
Uh-oh.
Jimmy, are you in there? Oh, Jimmy gave me, oh, how'd you do that? You're in the East Coast, Jimmy.
What's the padlock? Are you locking people up in the
Yesterday
shed?
asking about the shed?
Yeah.
Good job, Jimmy. All right, let's take care of that first. Mommy, how did you get Jimmy out of the doghouse? Oh, he never was in the doghouse.
He didn't make it
Okay.
to the doghouse yet.
The nasty Chihuahua, who's now the naughty Chihuahua, is being medicated,
Oh.
not drugged. He's being medicated with a drug or a medication because he has trust issues.
Mm.
All right,
Oh,
I can explain that.
what is that?
Nobody was buried. Don't worry about it,
Okay.
Ramblers. It's okay.
All
That's
right.
not the crime scene, I don't think.
The dog looks like it was a little bit of a crime
Gunner,
scene.
did you bury something there? No. I think that's saving Robbie. I think Robbie would know all about that hole. All right, Jimmy gave me something for my shed.
Padlock?
Gotta lock that. There we go. Take out the key. Lock the shed there. This is secure on top. Now we have the keys.
Anybody in there?
Okay. Don't tell Shmita. Don't tell Great Auntie where the keys are. That's,
I hope Grant Auntie
That's
is not
another
in the
video.
shed, Joanne.
okay, where were we? Crime scene? All right, let's go back. So we have something here. Wasn't here yesterday. All right. Let's go back to that aluminum trash can that lasts 200 years.
Hmm.
Not one of those cheap plastic ones. Oh, look,
Are you having a picnic?
nice cool place under the shaded trees. We've got a chair with no arms. And some water for the dogs. Water for Joanne. Good, good, that's good.
Stay hydrated,
Is
Joanne.
this, that's that bag that was by the fence,
The
and now it's
planting
over
mix.
here. Interesting. All right. We have the doghouse.
Is
Yeah,
that a
I
pink
know.
poodle on the top there?
It's a first clue.
Stuffing.
Dead dog toy. Look, you don't have to be an expert to know that. We got 2 pieces now. 3. 1. Oh my God. Cover your eyes.
All right.
Cover your eyes.
Okay.
Who is it? Who is it now? It's the pug.
Oh.
That's a pug face if I ever saw a pug.
Oh my gosh, they massacred him.
What happened to you? Who did this to you?
Terrible.
He can't speak. Or he's not gonna rat. All right, put you back there with your innards. And, okay. There's Joey. That's my usual suspect. Cara, you were on TV today. You're on a video.
He's
Yeah,
looking at
Great
the
Annie
plane.
Schmieder did a video. I know, someone emailed me and told me, that's how I know. Schmieder's not talking to me. What's going on? What's going on here? Must be the mailman.
Packages?
Okay, the swing set. This is not an outdoor toy.
Right, that's dangerous
The
for
only
kids.
outdoor toys are the dead toys. Now this,
That's
good
dangerous.
rope toy.
Uh-huh.
It's still alive. It's still fairly clean. Short life expectancy. Let's see. What's that? Clippers.
Yeah, dangerous.
Schmieda. Okay, the bag of dirt is now over by the garage. We have a freshly,
Oh, you emptied some
Disturbed
dirt in there to
ground.
fill up that hole.
I'm gonna go to the fence. I'm gonna go check out my side of the fence. Something's going on here. All right, there's the shed. We have the nice master. Jimmy got it
Jimmy got it.
from New York to Ohio, record time. The shed and the fence. Something going on here.
They said you could go to the
Think-
Dollar Tree for short life stuffed dog toys.
The ferry. No. No. No time? No time left for you on my way. Wait a minute. That's, I smell something now. I smell skunk.
Oh, great.
That's what she said. Get it, no time? That's what she said. Okay. All that stuff I was complaining about yesterday, it wasn't my neighbor's fault. It's on my side of the fence, right? See? Look. There's one. There's another one. My side of the fence. Keep your
Right.
own side of the fence clean. Don't worry about your neighbor.
Yeah, right.
Neighbor's
Your side of the
throwing
street, your side of the
fresh
fence.
blueberries. Or some kind of berry over the fence to you. All right. Well, that looks much better, girls, don't you think? Look at that. Schmieda did a lovely job.
Oh, you pruned all
Got
that
it
stuff?
cleared
Okay, I
out.
get it now.
We'll talk about that. That's another video.
Okay.
We've got that hole.
You
I'm
filled the hole with the
not
potting
real
soil. I got it now.
sure about that. Schmieda must have done the trimming, the removal of the limbs, the yard work She likes to be outside. She took the bag.
Filled the hole.
She took the bag that had some kind of soil in it. She filled the hole. She knows the yard. All right. Joanne, you got shoes on?
Stamp it down.
Yeah. I know, you don't want me walking around barefoot.
No.
Okay.
That makes me nervous.
Let's tap that in, tamp it in,
Mm-hmm.
do something, kind of push it in.
Yeah, step on it, jump on it.
Schmeed will know I was here. Boy, that looks grody. Robbie, we're saving your ants. They're in the dirt. They were in the bag. I don't know how they got in the bag. Look, they're fine. Nobody's spraying them. Don't get paranoid. There they are, right there, Robbie. Save Robbie, save his ants.
Make
I
sure it's
love
the
your
real
ants.
Robbie.
I love your ant house. I like your face. Hold on, we got a crisis. Joey! Gunner! Joey! Gunner! No! No!
Dog fight, I think.
Hey!
Oh boy.
Hey! Joey! Gunner! Cara!
Oh dear.
Mommy's got treats! Come on! Leave the neighbor alone!
Oh dear.
Stay on your side of the fence!
You've got a Dan?
Come on! Joey? Where's Gunner? Come on, you two. Get away from there. Come on. Bad. Bad mommy. Naughty. Naughty dogs. Cara? No barking at the neighbors. I hate Dan. I swear I hate that man. Who's going to start the club? I Hate Dan Club t-shirts?
To be
Somebody's
politically
on that,
correct,
right?
we should
We
say
got
we
somebody on
intensely
that?
dislike him.
Come on, you two.
Due to the alleged
Yeah,
things.
neighbors. Give him a date with Dick Cheney to take him hunting. Can get rid of that Dan.
Maybe they got the bear
Oh,
rug.
Dick Cheney had a
in
heart
there.
transplant. Well, maybe that's where he gets his hearts. He takes him hunting, and then he gets a donor heart. I don't know. No, that's not true.
No,
That's speculation.
correct.
That's misinformation. That is not true.
Fake
There's not
news.
one freaking word of truth in that. I'm not spreading. Cara. That's good. Drink your fresh water, not soda pop. Drink water. Come on, get hydrated. Drink some water. All right, Jimmy, what was the other thing you told me about? Yeah, Mommy
Power-
knows that
Power washing.
you watch her videos. She does. She knows you're there. I think she's the one. I think she's a killer dog. Okay, we got
Oh, that's the pink
Is
poodle up
that-
there? Oh boy.
Charlene. Do you know what that is?
That looks like a Gans
Sharon?
toy. Is that a
Help me out,
Gans?
girl.
That's like
Come
a
on, girls,
people
help me
toy.
out here. Brandy, look at that
Oh, somebody's at.
bra. I don't have a red bra like Mommy's, but look at that.
Sports
Somebody
bra.
ate that. That's an outside toy now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Goes in the doghouse. Yep.
But they say you shouldn't do
Kill
that
it,
because
they
then
get
he's going to think
outside
it's okay
dogs
to
when they
eat
get
those.
stinky and they don't have heads. Take them outside and kill them over and over. Go ahead.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh boy, I see some fluff flying there. Oh well, we need some toys. Gonna have to go to Amazon.com. Shop under Carolyn's affiliate link. Where is that? Well, there's this little blue arrow on my device and it says like show more. And then it's got her like Zulily. If you wanted a floral hoodie, like Mommy's, but they don't sell that particular one anymore.
Right, I know. They should get it back.
I mean, I don't want a hoodie unless one Mommy has. I want to be like Mommy. That's
I need
where
another one too
I
since
Hate
Jimmy
Dan
lost
Club
mine.
comes in. We get some I Hate Dan t-shirts.
Intensely dislike Dan.
I still
Due to the
do not
alleged
want a
things he's done.
quickie. And there's a very good reason this is here. But
Yeah.
That's another video.
Okay.
All right. True Crime Losers, Mommy Ramblings,
Mm-hmm.
Team Phoenix, Casbat,
Mm-hmm.
will
Who else?
live and let live until
Right.
another day.
All right. Okay, guys. All right, so how do we get out of here now, Lindsay? Escape. Hello. Okay. Leave. Thanks, Joanne, for the video. That was fun. May you ask a question? Oh, you're asking Lisa? Please, no pet peeve. I'm triggered. What happened, Lisa? You have it. Please don't put your emails in chat if you want to give someone your email. Yeah. Who stole the... Oh, no, it's still there, Random Guy Jeff. Thank you, but it's still there behind me. It's in there somewhere amongst those plants, and this is the patchouli. This is something I'm rooting. It's like over here in this area, this direction. Over here is a set of... No, what is that? Oh, that's a book I have to review. See, the lights went out, and I couldn't do anything. This was all set up for me to do. Here's the new Weber grill cover that I got for the refurbished grill. And then the binoculars I have to review. Why do some New Yorkers say, I have no... Oh, I can't stand that. You know what else I can't? I deer. I don't know why anybody says that. That's so ridiculous. And it's just like the people Leaping Lizard that say... And this is even scarier because this is my son's first and second grade teacher, because they did a special thing that year where the teacher was going to stay with them and they were going to see if they got more done, being that they didn't have to waste time the next year getting to know a new teacher. It was a social experiment. When I went to the school meeting and she said, okay, so what you're going to do, okay, when you're going to go across, and I'm like, where am I going across? Last time I looked, across did not have a T on the end of it. And you're teaching my son reading and writing and arithmetic? Okay. That, I can't stand that across. Or when people say, what do they say? I have to go to they say the doctors, like, just like the doctors, like they're going to the old soap opera, the doctors. I have to go to the doctors. Across. Why do people say wash? I have to wash the clothing. Just go right across the street. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Your grandfather used to say that. A lot of people say it, Lisa. I don't know why. They put a T on the end of it. I don't know why. where does this? It would be good to research where this comes from. That people add a T to that. I don't understand. Like, oh, I can't stand that. I could, right? They say I could care less what happened to so and so. I could care less about that TV show. They don't. That means it's I couldn't care less because you already care the least. When you say I could care less, it means it is possible to dislike that more than you do now. That is something. And you know which ones one of my best friends would always say couldn't, right? Like couldn't, like, and shouldn't, like shouldn't, like shouldn't. He should have done that. You know, he couldn't have been serious. And I'm like, what are you saying? Shouldn't? We're shouldn't. It shouldn't. It's couldn't. What's going on? But she always did that. Always did that. Instead of, what do they do? Cran. Oh, yeah. But that's a lot of dialect. Chimney instead of chimney. Oh, the double negatives, yeah. You ain't gonna get none of those. Negative, yeah. You ain't gonna get none of those. Who's there?
It's Linda.
Oh, hi, Linda. It scared me for a minute because I heard myself.
This is what I was talking about before tonight, this morning.
Mm-hmm.
The linguistic differences, not only improper grammar or pronunciation, regionalisms, and the distinct, how does language evolve over time to get those kinds of irregularities that drive us nuts?
Right, like
and,
a crust.
Can you understand what I'm saying if I said this? Give me that tire iron over there.
Give me that tire iron over there.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't do it wrong enough. Wrong enough.
But yeah, people say iron. You hear that? Iron? You need those iron rods?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Right?
Yes. Iron. Yeah. Instead of iron.
Yeah.
Iron.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is the word for regimen? How do you spell regimen? I have my workout regimen.
Your regiment?
Yeah, regimen.
Regime? What are we doing here? You're getting me on a spelling test right now?
Like a daily workout, my regimen. How do you spell that?
Like this? REGIMENT?
No T.
Or are you doing regime?
Regime. But have you ever say I have a workout regimen? Or do you say I have a workout regime?
Regime.
Ah. A different.
Well, I actually don't even use. I say I have. I don't even use either of those for my workout. I would say no. I have a workout. What do I usually say? If I would say it's a program, I have a workout ritual. I've used ritual that I go through. A ritual workout. I have a workout program that I follow. I wouldn't regime. You want to hear something funny?
What?
Some people call a resume a resume.
Oh, that's like what did Randy by Jeff last night say? Epitome?
Oh yeah, epitome, epitome, yeah.
Oh no, I'm not thinking of it.
Dissertation?
No.
Oh.
Well, they're just people that affect a sense of educated speech but it's really improper. Can you think of any examples of that? Now I'm blanking on the one I'm thinking of. Irregardless.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yep.
So, I mean, that's kind of a slight derivation of what I'm talking about in terms of different speech communities. There's the language of the marketplace, which we really need to be able to talk if we want to get jobs where everyone can understand one another. And those kinds of idiosyncratic across, people will look at that and they'll think, that's not really standard. And a minor detail like that can be problematic.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's also from where you come, just like there's some people that say "worsh."
Well, yes, but when I teach speech, I say, you can say that in your home. Worsh is fine. But in our class and in the marketplace, we say wash. And they learn to speak the standard marketplace English language. There's a standardization that we can identify by listening to TV. They're all versed in that.
You know what drives me nuts? I seen.
Oh my gosh.
I seen that today, and I couldn't believe it. I seen it.
Yes, and there's been a tendency for people to say, to leave out, to say, I have went to the store 4 times today.
Yeah.
How do you conjugate go?
Right. Yep.
No was gone, right?
Yeah. Or there's another one. What's the other one that always happens? Try? I'm trying to think. I have to see it in writing. It's more in writing that I see it. I'll have to think about it. It's slipping my mind right now, but it's something about not try to.
Try and?
Maybe it's try. Yeah, maybe it is try and do that instead of try to.
Right.
Right.
You can try and I'm going to do it. No, it's try to do it. Or,
right. Yeah.
Right. But what is really, and I listed this last night on my or the other night, I wasn't in live. We talked about our pet peeves, and it was a language one for me, and it was me and so are going to go to the store, and or me and Ralph are going to get married, and my mom is giving Ralph and I a trip to the Bahamas. Well, that's the exact opposite of what you should say.
Right.
I hammer that home to my students, and I have heard educated PhD people say me and it's really discouraging to me.
But do you remember? I'm sorry to cut you off. I just thought about something. Do you remember? And I have ADD, so I do that sometimes. Newscasters in the 70s used to say all the time. They would say 16 persons were killed in this. They don't do, everybody lost that persons now.
Yes.
Everybody lost it, and they went to people now. Before, you couldn't do that. If you did that in school, like in the 70s, they said, no, it's not people, it's persons. And then somewhere along the line, it changed.
In fact, something is changing now, too. They're finding that the subjunctive case, if I were to do that, I would be a fool. Mm-hmm. But we hear a lot of people saying, if I was to do that, it's slipping out the subjunctive case, that the if and hope and I wonder, Mm-hmm. And so you can remember it in writing a lot, but in our everyday speech, we seem to drop it. And it still grates on me, and I want to get my red pen out and mark their little language bubble in the air wrong.
Right.
But who am I? I mean, everybody has their own pet peeves on the issues.
But I just, somewhere along the line, they just changed that. I don't even know where it came from, because it was always totally wrong. Like they would say in school, I know it doesn't sound good to say, it sounds weird to say, 64 persons. And then now they all say 64 people.
And that's a very good example of that. And it would be good to look at the etymology of the word. I have my students do look in the Oxford English Dictionary for when their favorite word showed up in written form. And it's quite a good exercise. And you can also trace how languages changed over time by looking at the Oxford English Dictionary. And you see, even in our contemporary dictionaries, how language goes in and out of, and I'd be interested to look up that word persons, which is preferred now. Persons are people.
Yeah, you don't ever hear anyone say that anymore, especially like in newscasting or anything like that. That's totally gone.
Have a dictionary? I mean, can you open up your dictionary and find that? Is that a first?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just somehow it just went out. I mean, it used to be really, there were always corrections. I remember in school, people know that you're wrong, and now it's accepted.
It may not be as problematic for anybody else, but you were mentioning these things, and I'm going, yes, Carolyn, right. You know, exactly. And your second grade teacher, you're teaching my child, huh? Across.
Right. Yeah.
Social experiment. So. And you're probably in a very good school system.
Absolutely. And Team Phoenix, you said, do you take one biscuit or two when somebody offers you one? You know what's more pressing than that? If somebody offers you a breath mint, take it. Take it. Seriously. They're probably offering it to you because you need it. You know, here.
Yes, I get it.
Breath mint? Oh, no, thanks. You sure? No, I'm good. Yeah, maybe they're really good. Just try one. Just have one.
There's what we call subtext, reading between the lines. What are some other ones? Those are good. Where you have to really understand it in context.
Or gum, yeah.
Pick up the, like, well, it's nice to talk to you. Thanks, I really enjoy talking to you. Hey, have you heard the one about the, you're not picking up on my cues when I'm laying them down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of that, I'll get off again.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for coming in. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. It's always that, right? And you're usually driving with that person, and you're like, "You sure you don't want some? Are they sugar free?" And you'll tell them anything you want at that point. Do you need them to be sugar free? Yeah, they're sugar free. What's one gonna do to her? That's what my sister told me the other day. We were going, "You want some mints?" No. Are they sugar free? No. What are you diabetic? No, they're not. What's wrong? I just don't like my teeth. Okay, well, look, you could go get some water and rinse it out afterwards. Here, why don't you just have one? It'll be okay. I promise you. You won't, Yeah, I don't like a lot of sugar around my teeth. All right, okay, these lead to your problems right now once you have a mint. Oh my gosh. What are we covering up? Oh, the cookie jar is, I'm telling you, it's there. You can't see it. Look, I'll show you. I know how to show you. Hang on. Just hang on. There he is. See? All the rumor and the innuendo. There's the cookie jar. I realized that's why I'm off kilter. I'm not really off kilter. My picture was off kilter. You say they don't say no problem anymore. They say no worries. Yeah, no worries. Remember that stupid my bad. That was my bad. You must replay that comment. You thought you weren't going to be able to sleep tonight, Brandy? Oh no, I would tell you if something happened. The cookie jar is right there. For sure. If she answers you, I'm good. What do you want to know about your warsh? Warsh is not a word, Ren and Jeff. And believe me, I know a lot of people that say that. What's your question, Jeff? Did you have another question besides Warsh? What happened to my friend and I? Instead, it's more frequent, me and my friend. Keep it kind says. Is that your question, Random Guy Jeff, about the cookie jar? I don't know if I've answered it, whether it was Warsh or is the cookie jar. It's a fake cookie jar. Starts a conspiracy. Casbot sent me hers. You'll never know what happened to the real one. Back later. Oh, hi Garfield. You need to clean your house and get your candles going to calm down. Why, are you upset about something? Tea can help you calm down, Garfield. Tea always has the answers. Hi, Lisa. I'm offering you mint gum. Take it. You better take it. Remember, what was that gum that didn't stick to your dental work? Freemint? What was it? And then you'd be like, what kind of gum is that? Oh, I don't want that. That's disgusting. Freemint? What was it? Was it called Freemint? If you don't like tea, I don't know, Joe Crane. The tea still is not giving me answers. It's drawer instead of draw. Drawer instead of draw. And tea doesn't spill tea. There's always bourbon. Oh, if the tea doesn't spill, there's always bourbon. That'll just keep you from wanting to know the answers. It'll just not even make the answers important anymore. Casbot, right? Freedent. Freedent. That's what it is. Freedent. Why is a cob like corn, like cobweb? Corn on the cob. I know cob salad. Oh, there's that famous cob salad that's in Seinfeld, isn't it? Or is it in Curb Your Enthusiasm? The large cob salad. No, there's something about a cob salad. What is the one with the cob salad in it? Curb Your Enthusiasm? Did you go to Costco, Sharon? And then isn't a cobbing like a beating too? So where does that fit in? Sit down and have a cuppa. Tonight's snack is Reese's Pieces. Tonight's snack. Lisa and I were inquiring, are we happy now? Thought I was going to need an intervention if she didn't show. Oh, this? Okay. Hi, Alley Cattails. There's a Rambler in Colorado, Alley Cattails. Amy's Justice League. A cuppa solves many. But is a cuppa can be coffee or tea? Could it be hot chocolate? Do you call hot chocolate or hot cocoa? Do you use both? Do you put marshmallows in it? Mostly tea is a cuppa. Free Aunt Sassy Darcy. Now I can rest. The dog cookie jar is in the usual place. It is. It's just my screen was messed up. You call it hot chocolate? I'm surprised you guys don't call it cocoa over there, or you have some really fancy term for it. hot chocolate. Could it be Coke? I hate coffee too. Could you have a cup of Coke? No, I think cuppa has to be like hot. About the teachers. Oh, about the deodorant? I was ready to tell the kids after being on the bus. It's hot chocolate or cocoa. I use both. Some days it's hot chocolate, some days it's do you want some hot cocoa? You did almost pick those up, Patricia? Oh, you did pick them up. Gotcha. Took one for the team. You love the almond windmill cookies. I'm so confused at first when someone asked if I wanted a brew. Oh, is that coffee over there? Did I tell you the time? My daughter can't believe I did this. Don't think less of me. I went up to the Starbucks drive-thru. Keep in mind that I know how to make my own cold brew coffee. Okay, because they sent me a cold brewer, and like I had a review for a blog. But I went up to the Starbucks drive-thru, and I asked them if I could get the cold brew hot, and they said no. But I swear that I had a hot cold brew at a Starbucks once. That's like a brewski, Tanya. I don't know. No egg spoons? My daughter's like, you did not ask that. I said, I did. But she made me the best cup of coffee ever. She made me the best cup of coffee. It was just, I just wanted plain coffee. I didn't want latte anything. I wanted a cup of coffee with just like half and half. And I tell you, usually people go to Starbucks and they're like, ew, I don't like, there's a lot of bloggers or vloggers. There's this one. She does a lot of Dollar Tree hauls. Okay? But she gets a lot of flack because every time she does a Dollar Tree haul, she does it in her car, okay, before she gets home. So she literally takes the bags and it's like, I got some Loctite, I got some super glue right in the car. But she always has a Starbucks drink and she always hates it. She always hates it. She takes a sip, she's like, I got this today. Oh, that's horrible. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. And then people in the comments, this is not live, are like, what is wrong with you? Why do you go there every time? And you're just miserable. You hate your drink, so why do you get it? They go nuts on her. But she says it's horrible all the time. I found that a lot of times with Starbucks, that they're like, everybody made such a big deal about their coffee, and I couldn't drink. But I am telling you, I asked this lady for a regular coffee with just cream. And I called my daughter because I told her about I said, this is the best cup of coffee I think I've ever had in my life. And it was. And I just I got like a really large size. And I just downed that thing. It wasn't bitter. I'm telling you, it was the one I had. That's what I'm saying. It normally is bitter. Because normally people brew coffee too strong for my taste. And it tastes bitter. This was the best cup of coffee I have ever had. Is it, Robin? It was stormy here. We had a beautiful rainbow afterwards, though. There were fads, sometimes things in places. Thunder, now my dog hates it. Jenna emailed me. Okay. Let me see. Back is my email. I'm losing my email. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to respond to. Okay. All right. Let me go back to the chat. Your mother-in-law put... Ooh, that sounds terrible, Sharon. By the way, how is the shed? What shed? The ones I have to move? Oh. My cousin said he's going to help. He'll help move the sheds. That will be an adventure. It really will. I'll have to take some video when it stops raining of the situation with the sheds. You like beer with ginger ale? Is that like ginger beer? No, that ginger beer is not alcoholic, right? Let's see if he really does, Teresa. And he's not just yesing Jimmy, you know? We'll see. You can drink coffee. Yeah, me too, Tanya. I can drink coffee just like right before going to bed. Doesn't affect me at all. But no caffeine, gluten-free, and try to. Irish Eyes. What are you hanging out with, Irish Eyes? Your kids? Your son? I'm going to show you mine. Did yours start growing on top? Mine is finally starting to grow a stem on top, my avocado. Steve Swift, how is your avocado doing? It's called a shandy. A shandy. Besides lemon water, I also drink diet ginger ale. When I bike, I take a big, huge, because I have to have a lot of water when I bike. I'm telling you, because it gets hot. And just so you don't think I'm a freak, which many people do think I'm a freak with this. I got a bike last year. Well, my daughter bought me a new bike last year. And I needed a basket in the front. And I decided to be really weird and get a little girl's Schwinn basket. I did. It has lights, like motion lights that are flowers. And my daughter said I don't have to explain myself to anyone, but I explain myself to a lot of people. That I did it to be funny, that I did it because that's me, that I'm all party in the front and business in the back, because on the back I have the regular, like the saddlebag kind of thing carrier, right? In the front I have this basket. I do feel the need to explain myself to people. Because they must think, Carolyn's lost it. Why does she have that basket on her bike? That I wanted to get streamers from the handlebars. Jimmy said that would be a little bit ridiculous. My daughter said, if that's what you want, you should get it. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You explain yourself. You know, it's like that movie. Oh, I got to tell you guys about this one. Have you ever seen the movie Mother with Albert Brooks? And the mother explains everything to everyone they go to the store with. And he's like, Mom, you do not have to explain that I'm divorced. You don't have to explain all this stuff to these people. Stop explaining this. Just go to the store. Don't say anything to anyone about anything. But what about the playing cards and the spokes? I actually have lights. LED lights. But anyway, you're always over-explaining to. Yeah, I wish I didn't feel the need to do that. I'm able to not do it with people if I'm really writing, but I still feel like they're judging me. I still feel like they're judging me. I must write, like, my life, my narration in my head is like a Seinfeld or Curb Your Enthusiasm. One time, my son was driving the car, and I had a big lasagna or something, right? That I was holding down here. And one of our neighbors, we passed them, and they were like waving. And I just went like, because I had this big lasagna, I didn't want to let the lasagna go. Right after I did that, I said, you know, if this was Curb Your Enthusiasm, that neighbor the next day would be like, did you see Carolyn? I was waving, and she didn't even, she looked right at me. And then I'd be like, you didn't see? I did the head wave. I was holding a huge lasagna. And then, like, every time you'd go to the a party or something with this woman, you'd see the woman talking about me saying, she didn't wave to me. And then you'd be like, it was a lasagna. I had the lasagna. I could see the whole thing. I said that would be my Curb Your Enthusiasm moment. It's going to be like, my catchphrase will be like, I was holding a lasagna. But yeah, my life reads like that in my head. My own narration, my soundtrack is Seinfeld. The music plays for Curb Your Enthusiasm too, because I have a lot of moments like that, believe me. So That sounds like or if you ever watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, well, Larry David, you know, is connected with Seinfeld there. So write it, yeah. It's the lasagna. I did the head nod. You didn't see the head nod? It was the tinted windows. I did the head nod. But where was I going with that? Oh, the bike basket. So I take a big, huge plastic mason jar, like it's the huge one. It's from Pioneer Woman, and I got them on sale for like $4, and it's like 32 ounces, I think. So I fill it up with ice and water, and then I use those lemon packages. I think they're called Real Lemon or something. No, they're not called Real Lemon. What are they called? You know which ones I mean? I tried the lime. It's not very good. They're Real Lemon. It's like dehydrated lemon or something. I threw 2 of those babies in there, and I put it in the basket. And I mean, because you can't believe how I drink. Yeah, to squeeze a lime too. I'll just drink like half of that after like 2 miles, and then usually I have nothing left when I'm coming home. But it fits in my basket perfectly. Why do I have a bird? Oh, that's not a bird. I think that's a moth that likes, you know how they like the computer? I have 2 huge monitors in front of me. I don't even know how big these monitors are. They're pretty big. That one looks actually, they're supposed to be the same size. It's an optical illusion. That one looks bigger than this one. That's a real optical illusion. That's really wacky. But so there's a lot of light. So the moths like it. If they don't pay my bills. Yeah, I know that. I say that in my head, but then I still have to explain the basket. It doesn't spill. No, it holds it perfectly. It has a straw. It has a, oh no, it has a top and a straw that goes through the center. Curb Your Enthusiasm and true crime have a connection. No, I didn't see that. Seriously? I'm gonna have, what's it called? You would love to cycle, but there are way too many hills here. Oh. Get a bike with a lot of speeds and... If they don't get it, they can patch up and ride with the Ramblers. I did check, yes, and I replied to Jenna. Linda. That's who I was typing to. I saw the videos of your remodeling and understand your kitchen doesn't look very nice. Oh, does look very nice. Did you see my kitchen before? Yeah, it was down to, all of this was down to the studs. This, the room behind it, oh, Sharon, I still have to send you the link. Oh my gosh. I'll give it to you. Terrible like that. Piece of footage from the program was able to give a guy on trial his alibi. Really? And it's on Netflix? What's it called? Did you... I need to buy a new bike. Any suggestions? You can look, I mean, online now, you can find anything. Even I'm trying to think if my bike came from Amazon. I mean, my daughter, if you ask my daughter about a bike, you'll get a totally different thing, Janelle, because my daughter, is a serious cyclist, and she will use it for commuting and everything. So she has a Brompton, which is that completely like the bike folds up like this, but she has a Brompton, and then she has a road bike, and I forget what brand her road bike is, but she spends a lot of money on her bikes. I wouldn't spend that much money on a bike, but maybe if I was doing what she did. I have a Schwinn, and I like it very much. It's an aluminum one. It's light. My daughter gave it a stamp of approval, and oh yes, all over the city, Teresa, all over. She commutes, she rides in bike races and bike tours. A Brompton, yeah, I think hers was even more. I think she has one that was like 1,500. Yeah, which is, yeah, I'm like, you spent 1,500 on a bike? Yeah, okay. But it is a really neat bike. We did, you know, it's funny because the day she had it, somehow we met her in Great Adventure, and she had the bike. How did she have the bike? I'm trying to think how she had the bike. I think she came on the train, because like she can bring that on the train, on the bus. She brings it all over. You need a new bike. The one you have was used in elementary school, and it works, but you're a bit scared to ride it and it breaks down. Yeah, get it. I mean, you can get a Schwinn. Look on Amazon. Look on even Walmart.com, because they have things that are not in the store. You could order it right to your house. They have a lot of different bikes, and you can find some like right now, because last year is when I picked out the bike I wanted, and she got it for my birthday. So we got really good deals. Check it out. You could bike ride when you learn to drive. How often do you make it into the city? I could go whenever I want. It's just that I mean, I go in when I have something to do there. I don't just go randomly to visit my daughter, only because she lives in a brownstone with a roommate, you know, another a woman. And yes, you know, you could stay there, but I just don't. Then say, okay, get a hotel, okay. But then it's like she's like has a schedule like you can't believe. So it's usually she wants to come up here down in the fall or in the winter. Yeah, I can go down there, but usually I have something going on, like we're going to a show or we're going to do something. But yeah, I know. I think if she had her own place, and I had my own room with my own things that no one touched. No, my own bathroom. I would go down. I was just telling my sister, because I'm like, well, maybe when she gets married and she gets a house, and I'm going to have my own room. And she's like, you're going to have your own room? How are you? What if her husband doesn't want you to have? I'm like, he will love me having my own room there. You could never be comfortable living in the city? The Lake beats New York City. That's what I think, Jessica. Yeah. Why go to the city if you can get all you need in towns closer to home? Because my daughter lives there. But my daughter comes home every 3 weeks. Once a month, my daughter's home. Sometimes it's twice a month. It depends on the things there. Did you get to talk? I've never been on a subway, do you know? No. Nope. And I'm not missing it. I've been on the light rail. I've been on the light rail. I've been on the regular trains and stuff. Secaucus Junction. Everything is Secaucus Junction. Before my daughter, we got to go through Secaucus Junction, right? No matter where you go, you have to go to Secaucus Junction. My daughter is Apollo. You've been twice from the UK. The subway is so dirty. Yeah, the subway is dirty. I'm trying to think, what do they call the, my daughter didn't think I was going to go on the light rail. She's like, you going to go on the light rail into Newark? Because that's when she was in graduate school. And I'm like, why? What's wrong with the light rail? Well, it's okay. Now, if my daughter says something, then I'm like, but I didn't find it that bad. You hadn't been on a commuter train until you went to Australia, and they used them a lot. Love New York City so much you dream about it. You want to go back, but it's still so far from home. You have bad luck. Whenever you go on the train or the subway, I somehow always go next to the person who had issues, either wanted to talk the whole time or smelled. Oh dear. Wow. You've never been to New York City, Holly's age. Wow. You've been on the subway from Maryland to DC, and it was new and clean back in the 80s. Oh, it's late. Yeah, but okay. Yeah, I'm going to be signing off in a few minutes, so let's see. Okay. So, good night, Jeff. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to say good night too. I haven't looked at my Mommy Ramblings email. I'm scared. If you've ever been so scared to open your email, I'm terrified. Because I know I'm going to see like a lot of sponsors going, where's the book blog? That was supposed to start yesterday. And where's this? I'm terrified to open it, but I was going to do it at 8 o'clock when the lights went out, and I thought, oh, this is God saying I need a rest. That in a way, the lights going out like that, it was really freeing. It really, because it was like there was nothing. I just had to go. What's no go? What's no go, Jenna? I'm not going to do calls now because I'm going to close down for the night, Jenna. I do have to answer my mommy. I said I'll send you an email after. It has nothing to do with you at all. It has to do with the fact that it's after 4 in the morning. Mommy, don't do it. Don't do what? What am I not doing? What did I say I was doing? Don't open my email. I'll open it. I'll open it tonight. I have to. Janelle, good night. Good night, everyone. So yeah, I was trying to say I'm so lost. I just want to say I'm lost of what day it is. It's Thursday now. Oh no, it's the mommy rambling stuff, Linda. It's stuff that I'm working with on my blog. That's what I'm saying. I'm scared of that. That's what I'm scared of. Not the true crime chat stuff. Though I am behind on that. If you are emailing me, I'm like, ask Snow Remover. 13 days before I saw that her kneecap was in the back of her, it was horrible. I felt terrible. 13 days. Thanks, keep it kind. Hey, Mandy Hall. So I'm going to go, I don't know what, I am going to check out some stuff maybe on Netflix. I keep thinking my kids have school tomorrow. They don't. I can't get it through my head. It's a beautiful, hey, Bella Mac. St. Paul's, oh, okay. Great, that'll be great, Bella Mac, thank you. And a personal assistant, except that you don't know me, Denise, I'm like a lunatic. I would be micromanaging a personal assistant. They would hate me. They would absolutely hate me because I would be checking everything. That's what it is about me. I don't know. That's a terrible thing, I know. All right, everybody. I don't know who's still here. And Sheila, I don't know what, did Sheila go? Okay. All right. I'll email you, Sheila, because I don't know where we are on that other thing. Oh, you're here. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to email you because I'm not sure what to do. I'll email you. All right, everybody. You guys have a great night. And thank you to our amazing moderators. Carolyn, that came up in the angel number. What came up in the angel number? What I know this. What came up in the angel number? I'm confused, Evie. What came up in the angel number? I know 333, but what came up? Oh, that we just went to blue screen, but I'm still here. What came up? Tell me what came up in the angel number. I'm still here even though you see a blue screen because I just shut the Zoom down. What you said about your manager. Okay, you email it to me because I'm a little lost here tonight. But thank you. I'll look forward to that. Everybody have a good night. And yeah, next time, Jenna, it's just late. There's only so many calls we can take a night. All right? Everybody take care, and I will talk to you soon. The blue screen is triggering. It's triggering people that I'm gone. Yeah, I know. I'm going to get something else for that, and then it won't be that blue screen because it'll be whatever backdrop I put on there. I'm going to change that for you guys. All right? So you don't get triggered. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, Aunt Shmina.